The Atlantic Ocean raged. Waves crashed over the deck of the SS Central America. On board, hundreds of passengers huddled in fear. They were returning from the California gold rush, their pockets full of dreams and gold. But a fierce hurricane had trapped the ship. The date was September 12th, 1857. For days, the storm battered the Central America. The ship was taking on water. The pumps couldn't keep up. Panic gripped the passengers as the reality of their situation set in. They were sinking.
Then, a glimmer of hope. A passing ship, the brig Marine, spotted the Central America's distress signals. A desperate rescue effort began in the churning seas, but the storm was relentless. The Central America, once a symbol of hope and prosperity, slipped beneath the waves, taking with it over 400 souls and tons of California gold.
The sinking of the Ship of Gold would become one of the worst maritime disasters in American history. The loss of the Central America sent shockwaves through the nation, but the story didn't end there. Over a century later, the Ship of Gold would be found. Its discovery would reignite the legends and spark new chapters of adventure and controversy. The SS Central America was a sidewheel steamship. Built in 1852, it was a marvel of its time. The ship was known for its speed and elegance. It primarily sailed between New York and Aspinwall, now Colon, Panama. The California gold rush was in full swing. Thousands of adventurers flocked west, seeking their fortune. The Central America played a crucial role in this mass migration. It ferried passengers and their newfound wealth between the coasts. The ship's route took advantage of the narrowest point of the Americas. Passengers traveled by steamer to Panama. Then they crossed the isthmus by train and mule. On the Pacific side, another steamer took them north to California. The Central America became synonymous with the gold rush. It transported tons of gold dust and freshly minted coins. This precious cargo was vital to the booming US economy. Little did anyone know that the ship's success would be tragically short-lived.
The Central America was more than just a ship. It was a lifeline. It carried our dreams, our hopes, and yes, our gold. We trusted it with everything we had.
On September 8, 1857, the SS Central America left Havana, Cuba, bound for New York. On board were 578 passengers and crew. They carried a treasure trove of California gold. But trouble was brewing in the Atlantic. A powerful hurricane was churning off the Carolina coast. Unbeknownst to the Central America, it was on a collision course with this meteorological monster. The storm caught the ship off guard. By September 11th, the hurricane was upon them. Winds howled, tearing at the sails. Towering waves crashed onto the deck. The ship began to list dangerously. The passengers and crew fought for their lives. The storm raged for days, relentlessly battering the Central America. The ship's hull began to give way. Water poured in faster than the crew could pump it out. Hope dwindled with each passing hour.
We were terrified. Each wave felt like it would be our last. The storm was merciless and we knew our time was running out.
News of the SS Central America's sinking reached New York with a sickening thud. The loss of life was devastating. So was the loss of the treasure. The ship was carrying an estimated 3 tons of gold. The financial impact of the disaster was immediate and severe. The loss of so much gold sent shockwaves through the US economy. Banks, already struggling with a shortage of gold reserves, were pushed to the brink. The panic of 1857, already brewing, was exacerbated by the sinking. The crisis began in the railroad industry and quickly spread. Businesses failed. Unemployment soared. The nation plunged into an economic depression.
The sinking of the Central America served as a stark reminder of the inherent risks of sea travel. It also highlighted the young nation's dependence on gold for its economic stability. It would take years for the U.S. to fully recover from the financial aftershocks of the disaster.